Well, if you've been to the Countryside Mall anytime lately, you've seen, at the main entrance there by P.F. Chang's and Red Robin, they have a special kind of parking, right? They have the valet parking. And most people don't go for this option. You just park a few rows down, you walk in. But some people choose the valet parking, and you come up to the curb, and you know how it is. It works real simple, right? You come up to the curb, and there's someone waiting there. You get out of your car, and you either hand them the keys or you leave it running, and they give you a little tag. And the tag's got a number on it. You put it in your pocket, and you turn and you walk away, and you go eat a meal. And you trust them to take your car and go park it somewhere, and when you're done eating, you come out, you give them your tag, they go find your keys, they go get your car, and they pull it up for you, and you drive away. Hand them a few dollars for a tip, and it's as easy as that, right? And valet parking is a pretty simple process. But if you take it out of context, it's kind of crazy, right? I mean, if you think about like what actually happens there, it's kind of crazy. Giving your keys to a perfect stranger and like you giving them your vehicle. I mean, think about it. I mean, all the things we do to protect that scenario from happening in any other part of our life, to keep someone else that we don't know out of our car, right? We got like door locks and window locks and car alarms and really, you would never give your keys to somebody you don't know in any other context, right? This is a perfect stranger. Can you imagine, being at the Countryside Mall and you're there, some dude's like, drinking his Starbucks, watching the ice skaters. And there's another dude there sipping his Starbucks, watching the ice skaters, which that's kind of weird anyway. Two dudes sitting there watching anyway. But so they're there, right? And they're hanging out and they're watching the ice skaters. And one guy said, "Hey man, I gotta go to the restroom. Could you hold my keys for me for a second?" Right? I mean, no, that's never gonna happen. Like you're not just hand some dude that's a stranger. "Hey, can you hold my car keys?" No, because you don't know who they are. You don't know if you can trust them. You don't know what they're gonna do with your keys and like what's gonna happen to your car. You just don't know. So you don't give your keys to anybody. You kind of keep those tight, in your pocket, in your purse, whatever. But it's interesting that when someone has the title, valet driver, you just willingly hand the keys over. Yeah, take the car. You trust that they're going to take care of it because that's their job. And you trust that you're going to find the car when you're done in the same condition as when you gave it to them. A lot of us are holding on pretty tight to the keys of our life. It's like, God, I know you created the world, and I know it's kind of your job to watch out over it all, and I know you have all wisdom, and, all these things. But, man, I just feel like I should drive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God, this is my ride. I don't want to get any dings in it. I don't want to miss a turn. I don't want to go down the wrong road. I want to take the long route. Like, I just kind of want to go where I want to go, and we're just holding on real tight to those keys. But God up in heaven, he's like, hey, can you just trust me? Hand the keys over. You have to trust that it's my job to make sure that you are where you need to go. Your job is to trust and to do it one step at a time, what I've asked you to do, but your job is to surrender, to trust me with the keys, to hand those over, and let me direct your life. And it's not easy to hand the keys over when you've been holding on to them real tight. And I know some of us here in the room today, the reason why we fear and the reason why we worry about life is because we're clinging on to it so tight and we're holding on to it. And there's these things that we almost worship and they've almost become idols in our life. We don't want to let go and what if and what if and what if. And God's saying, hey, trust me. I've created your life. I love you. I have this wonderful thing that I want to do in and through your life. But you have to give me the keys.